Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of No Way Jose, starring Jose Raymond, the Boston Mass, 12-time pro champion, Arnold Classic winner, been on Olympia stage 10 times. Please welcome Jose Raymond. What's up, Jose?
What's up, Ron?
Before we get into our main topic, a lot of exciting updates from your buddy Nate Tello on his Gym Hub Boston. It's not open for the public quite yet. I think like any day now, right?
Yeah.
But I've been seeing people working out there on their Instagram pages, some coaches and trainers and stuff. Have you worked out there yet?
I have like 3 times so far already. And Nate's a brilliant guy. He's very smart as to the marketing and getting people in there, allowing people to come check it out and take it for a test drive. And everyone's posting on their stories and on their Instagram, and it's getting a lot of attention, a lot of hype. You can't go in there and not love the place. He's done a phenomenal job with just every little aspect of it. And the equipment is stuff you're not going to find anywhere else. He has handpicked every piece. I helped him, with some, different ideas, and he'd run stuff by me, and oh my God, the stuff is just, most importantly, none of it hurts. You go to a certain gym and, they have one piece that's good, and then the next one, your knees are killing you.
Yes.
Every single one is perfectly ergonomically designed to be pain-free. And that's the most important thing. So he's got stuff, the flex leverage stuff that is incredible. He's got the Rogers squat, the Rogers pendulum squat that is it mimics a perfect squat. For those of you that can't reach behind you with a bar anymore, like myself.
Yeah.
That thing is awesome. He's got an Atlantis hack squat that is unreal. He's still getting more as he goes along. The swing squat is unbelievable. It's so comfortable, no pain on your lower back, no pain on the knees.
That seems like impossible, but I got to try it to see, because it's
you'll love it. Chris Pantano was in there the other day, and
For those who don't know, Chris Pantano is I think he changed his Instagram name finally, but it was Chris Pantano Squats for a long time.
Yeah, well, he
certainly
does.
700-800 pounds all the time.
Yeah,
ridiculous. And it's in is it close to Downtown Crossing? Is that the nearest?
It's in Downtown Crossing. It's 27 School Street. It's a few doors down from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Okay.
It's in a real busy area. It's I tell them it's like a speakeasy bar where you wouldn't know it exists. No. You go in this nice, beautiful old building, and a funny story is what is that called when a Ponzi scheme? There was the office there is where Theodore Ponzi had an office or something.
The real Ponzi, yeah.
Yeah. And it's at the bottom in the basement of that building. Wow. And you go down there, you would never know. And then you open the doors, and this beautiful setup there. He's got everything. He's got 3 private training rooms. There's 6 showers, 3 toilets. There's he just got a bunch of like cubbies for people to put their bag in and stuff. He's got video cameras in every angle you could imagine, so nobody's going to be either sneaking in or stealing anything.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be like a live feed to Instagram, so you could watch everybody working out all the time.
Maybe he'll set something up like that too.
It's not a bad idea.
He's going to have a posing room. There's cardio in there as well, but it's I bet there'll probably be 6 or 7 people be able to do cardio at once. Each room's going to have a rowing machine too set up. He's got dumbbells up to 150 pounds.
And you're gonna start. Have you already started training clients there? Or are you going too soon?
I've trained some people in there.
Okay.
I live 45 minutes away, so it'll be difficult for me to be there on a everyday basis, but I'll certainly be there a few times a week, and as often as I can. And certainly if Nate wants me there for anything, I'll be there. But yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job. And if anyone who knows Nate, he's a very bright guy and a very kind and friendly guy. So anyone that meets him loves him and wants to be part of that environment. So I'm very excited for him and excited for all the trainers that need a place that don't want to be splitting their cost with an Equinox or a BSC or some bigger type of facility. You can go there and run your own business, and it's a great opportunity for those people, as well as the bodybuilding and fitness community that just wants to go for a day pass and use some of the best equipment ever made.
Yeah, our plan. I don't know if I think I told Nate. I mentioned it on Instagram or something. He knows that Hector's coming up to cover Boston Pro.
I told him that last week.
And Hector's like, where's a good gym in the area? I'm like, come on now, Nate Tello's new gym. That's got to be where we shoot people. Got to be. Yeah. So
it's going to be very convenient for the Boston Pro as well, because it's only a few minutes away from where the host hotel is.
Oh, awesome.
So any of the pros coming in for the weekend, certainly that's the place to go check out. And Nate is going to roll out the red carpet for anyone that needs to shoot or needs to train, get a pump. Awesome. Those of you that show up early, if you need a place to go, practice posing and whatever you need, just reach out to Nate. That's Nate Tello, NateETELOW.
Yeah, called him Tilo.
And at Gym Hub Boston.
Gym Hub Boston. Okay, let's get into the main subject now. Flex Lewis, your buddy for many, many years, guy you traveled the world with, competed with many, many times, stood on the Olympia stage with him 10 times, I think it was. Yeah, he was in all 10 of he was in all the shows you were in, right? All the Olympias?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a controversy. There's nothing controversial about this. Every year, the Mr. Olympia has the option to extend one special invitation. They don't always exercise it. Last year, they didn't give anyone a special invite. 2020, they gave it to Big Ramy because he had been prepping for something to qualify. He was supposed to do a show in Europe and he couldn't. He got COVID and all this. Anyway, he got it that year. The year before was Cedric McMillan. We've seen it go to people like Kevin Leveroni got it in 2016. Who else did they give it? They give it Cedric.
Flex Wheeler.
Flex Wheeler, who ended up doing Classic, which was like, because I thought it was only for the Mr. Olympia, but realistically, it's their show. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. So that's where people are a little upset, because they thought Flex should automatically get the special invitation. Some people say, no. He should have to qualify just like everybody else. And Dan Solomon said, he basically, if you read between the lines, he said Flex is not qualified, which he's not. That's just the statement of the rules. You have to qualify by being top 5 at the Olympia or winning a show or be top 3 in the point standings or something. So technically he's not qualified for the Mr. Olympia, but he was given a special invite. I think it was 2 years ago that he passed on because he's fixing his shoulder and he wanted to have a kid. So someone asked, is he going to get the special invite? And Dan just basically gave a wink, like saying, it's only January, guys. Why is he going to do all that now? They don't tell you who the special invite is until, a 3 months from the show, 4 months. Because I remember Kai had it a couple of times. Kai Green never took it. So I guess my first question for you is, does Flex Lewis deserve a special invite to the Olympia, or is he such a proven champion by winning the 212 world title 7 years in a row that it's not even worth discussing? He should automatically be the one that gets invited.
Well, Ron, you touched on a few things that are very important. It is a show. It is their show. It's an event. So it would behoove them to have the best in the world at this event. So they can do whatever they want. So is Flex the best, one of the best in the world? You're damn right he is. So the show without him, if you have the opportunity to have him there, then you have him there and you give him the opportunity to do so. And I think it was a clever thing that Dan Solomon did there by posting that, knowing that was going to get some attention. and that he would later be able to come back and talk about it and drag that out as much as he could. Yeah, Flex deserves an invite, and he'll get one. I don't know where the controversy is. I think it's hilarious. I think he will get one no matter what. The only person that it would hurt is a promoter that would be like, oh, I wouldn't want, Flex in my show to have to qualify.
Right.
But the show wouldn't be the same without him. I think it builds up so much more excitement. That'll be one of the number one most exciting things of the show. Is that from so many years now, everyone's wondering, how would Flex do? How would Flex do? Well, now we're going to find out. Yeah. And he's certainly qualified and not officially qualified, but he is more than qualified to be on that stage, and deservingly so. I think not only will he be on the stage, I think he's going to do real damage. I think he can be put smack dab in the middle next to the best of the best. I think if he's at his best, that version we saw of him in 2018. Yeah. If you put even 3 or 4 pounds on his frame with the way he's put together, he doesn't have to be 225, 230. He doesn't. I think he was 209 on stage at that last Olympia. Wow. And so if you put 10 more pounds on him, that would still only be 219. So a 220-pound Flex Lewis is going to be a nightmare.
So we've never seen it. We've seen him like in a tank top, shorts or whatever. We've seen him in prep pictures and videos a month out at like 220, 225. But I've never seen him in posing trunks at that weight. I assume you've had peaks. You've seen him actually posing leading up to a show when he had that extra fullness that he only needs, like you said, another few pounds would make an enormous difference on that guy. Have you ever seen him with that?
Yeah, he's posted a few videos. There's a few pictures out there with the crazy lighting in his old place down in Boca, where he looked pretty freaky. But you never know what that weight is. We won't know until we see him on stage, that dried out version of him at 219, 220. Because he's going to look 235, 240 at 220. It's all an illusion. Every time he was on stage at the Olympia, he looked bigger than he was. He was never over 212 on stage, I don't think he was over 210 on stage. So just imagine if he can be in that same condition with 10 pounds more. He's going to be nuts.
So that'll be 4 years since he's last competed. Do you think he's added any more muscle in that time? Does he need to add any more muscle? Because, this is a guy that's been training for many, many years already, and he was capped out as a 212 all those years. And he had extra muscle that he wasn't able to show, at least a few pounds. Do you think he's been able to improve these past 4 years? Because people are saying he's gonna get smoked. He's gonna stand next to like Rami and Nick Walker and these guys that are so much bigger and thicker, and he's gonna look like he's gonna look out of place. Which I roll my eyes at that. Like really, yeah.
Do I think he improved? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think he's gotten older? He's gotten, and in bodybuilding, that's a good thing. He's gotten more mature. His physique has seasoned even more, and he's trying to add size now, where back then he wasn't necessarily trying to get any bigger. Right. So now he's changed his whole process, his whole focus, and has allowed himself to grow. He took off the governor and let his body do what it wants to do. So yes, I'm very positive. I haven't spoke to him or asked him any of these questions. And when I talk to Flex, it's more about how's the family and congratulations. And I don't like to talk about the same stupid shit everyone else is asking him.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
It's more, but I can guarantee he's going to be better, bigger, and a more seasoned, mature looking version of Flex. And that is a scary thought. He'll be the best conditioned guy. There's only one other guy in the show that has his type of physique, and that's Hadi. You know, that type of conditioning, downright crazy condition from every angle, top to bottom, front to back, side to side, everything. And, you know, he flows a little better than Hadi. He's not maybe as big as Hadi, but he might be, you know. And just imagine if he is, yet still has that flow and the tie-ins and the just this crazy separation. He doesn't have to be the biggest guy to be the most impressive, and Hadi proved that 3 years in a row now.
Yeah, I mean Hadi's been third place. So when I got heat, I did a live thing the other day, and I said my prediction is no worse than fourth place, no worse. And some people said so a couple of people agreed, and a lot of people said I'm on crack, he's smoking crack. There's no way he can't beat. They rattled off all these guys. He can't beat. How's he going to beat Hunter? How's he going to beat Nick? How's he going to beat Ian? I said because he's never stood next to these guys. But guys, come on, he was the best 212. He beat you. He beat Korea. He beat Dave Henry. He beat some incredible people, and he did do a couple open shows. I think he beat guys like Bonac and Rolly Winkler back in the day, maybe even Rami, I'm not sure, but he did a couple open shows and he did not get smoked at all. And that was when he was like 205 pounds, if that.
Well, a lot of these times, not only did he beat the 212 guys, some would argue most years it wasn't even close. 2015, I gave him a nudge. 2014, me and Eduardo gave him a little show, but every other one, it wasn't close. He smoked everyone. So it wasn't like he just beat these guys. And as far as Hunter, I think that was the yardstick I was going to use. Hunter was fourth.
Yeah.
Do you think Hunter is a more complete, balanced, conditioned physique than Flex?
No way.
No way. Flex, I mean, Hunter's bigger. He's significantly bigger. But all those other attributes that goes into being a great bodybuilder, I think Flex beats him on.
Yeah.
Completeness, conditioning, balance, flow. Flex and Hunter has, a couple little injuries, namely a pec tear that throws off a few. Flex doesn't have one imbalance, one missing thing. And that's why I'm so confident. And he doesn't train like an idiot. He doesn't do crazy things where he's gonna tear something. He's just gonna come in a slightly bigger version and better. He's very smart, and he knows exactly what he needs to do to come in where he needs to be.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking the only people that are really gonna challenge him, and this is not. I'm not putting the other guys down, but Flex is at this level. I'm putting him on this pedestal because he's proven himself so many times. He was dominant. He was just so dominant he was like the Ronnie Coleman of the 212 division, basically, for years and years. Rami, he's going to have trouble with Rami just on the sheer height and width, and the guy's already 2-time Mr. Olympia. Brandon's bubbly, great shape, structure, and Hadi's going to push him with that muscle density and quality, but he's got a better shape and structure than Hadi. And after you go past that, I don't see anybody that's really a threat to beat him. So I stand by what I said. Fourth place at the worst. The only people at the worst. And best case scenario, obviously winning would be the best case scenario, but I could see him as high as second place. Go ahead, everyone. Tell me I'm smoking crack. Go ahead. I don't care. I believe that.
Well, I believe it too. I think if Rami doesn't make a significant improvement from this past year, he's going to fall, and he's going to fall back far.
Wow.
Not to 7th, 8th place, but if he falls back, basically, if Brandon can beat him, then so can Hadi, and so can Flex.
Yeah.
So then you might have a Rami in 4th or 5th place. Yeah, if he doesn't improve, I didn't think his physique went up this year. I didn't think that he improved from the year prior. And when I look at photos from this year of Rami compared to even 2015, 2016, I think he was better then.
Yeah. I mean, 2017 was the year he was second, right? I think.
Or maybe that was the year. Yeah. I don't think he's continually improved. I think the competition isn't as tough as it was back then,
Right.
but they're getting better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could easily see Flex moving up, especially if he comes in significantly better than the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
You know, I have no problem saying he could be top 3, top 2, or even winning.
Yeah. As for these people that say he should have to qualify just like everybody else, I mean, really, does he have to? You know, how can you even? What would even be the argument there? Just because they say, well, Ian has to qualify, and, you know, anyone that didn't make top 5 last year has to qualify somehow this year, or unless they've already done it one of the post Olympia shows. But there are guys winning smaller shows who qualify for the Olympia technically that couldn't hold a candle to Flex Lewis. They're not remotely in his league. So it's not as cut and dry as people seem to think, well, this guy, he earned his way there. Maybe he did, but who did he beat? You know, you could throw Flex into any show that's not the Olympia, the Arnold, and he's pretty much the winner. That's how I see it. That's how good he is. And that's the way he looked before without a few. To me, I always wanted to see that extra fullness, the roundness that to me, he always lost that. The last Olympia was like glimpses of it. It was somewhat there, but still not. I know it wasn't 100% the way he could look. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I don't blame some of the athletes for being a little agitated with it. I'd be like, someone like Hassan, who had to do like 7 shows to get into the Olympia.
Right.
But no, I mean, he's a 7-time champion. He is, what you're getting with Flex. He's gonna bring it, and it's an event. It's a show. It's a, the Olympia committee, the Olympia owner wants the best of the best. They want to put on a show. They want to sell tickets. They want to make money, and Flex is a moneymaker.
Yeah.
So it's stupid to even argue it. There's no, sure. Would I love to see him in a qualifier? Sure, but I'd rather just wait. I'd rather wait and build up more excitement and more drama. Wait to see him at the Olympia and let him take this whole year to get ready.
Yeah. And at the same time, if he showed up at someone else's show, another show, it would be exciting in one way, but another way would be like, well, he's just doing this because he has to qualify. It's not like it's going to, oh no, how's Flex going to do with this? I don't want to say any show names. I don't want any promoters to get mad at me, because it would be, like I said, it's a foregone conclusion unless, who's going to beat him at anything but the Olympia and the Arnold? Who needs to qualify that's going to be able to beat Flex Lewis? I can't really think of too many people off the top of my head. So yeah, it's not, this isn't like the World Series or Super Bowl or something like that, where teams have to beat other teams to get the playoffs and all this and that. It's a show. They can do whatever they want. If they wanted to invite you, if Dan Sullivan wanted to give you the special night for the Mr. Olympia, he could do that. Or Jake Wood. I don't know. I'm really not sure whose authority that rests on. But I'm saying it could be anybody they want. It doesn't have to be on merit or anything else. Like you're old enough to remember Gunther Schlerkamp, who toward the end of his career, he was very, very good. But there were a few years he kept getting the special invite to Olympia, and he'd be like 10th place, 12th place, 13th place. And it was just because they could do it. Joe Weider had that option to bring someone into the show every year of his choice. They didn't have to necessarily qualify. And he picked Gunther, I think, like 5 times, something like that.
Yeah.
And at the end, he justified it at the very end of his career. He beat Ronnie at that GNC show after making, I think he was 5th in the Olympia that year. But like I said, you've made your point. They can do anything they want. It's a show. They want to sell VIP packages, sponsorships, tickets. It's a business. I think a lot of fans, they lose sight of that. They don't realize it's not just a sporting competition. It's big business. This is money at stake. And if you want to put asses in your seats, you get Flex Lewis on your Olympia stage.
Of course. I mean, it's a good topic because there is some argument there, for those that are trying to qualify.
Right.
But he's a superstar legend in the sport that's still not even hit his peak. So it would be nonsense to not allow him to compete.
Yeah.
And you know, people are like, well, they gave it to him before and he didn't take it. Well, he had an injury. He had to go and have his, you know, his shoulders and his knees taken care of. And, you know, and then this past year, you know, he wanted to have a kid.
Yeah.
You know, life doesn't stop for bodybuilding. And, you know, now he's ready to go. I'm sure that they will extend that invitation. Dan is a very smart guy. And I think this was all part of his plan, was to get people talking about it. And he'll make an announcement soon enough. And
Yeah.
you'll see Flex Lewis at the Olympia.
Yeah, I mean, that's the final thing. People are saying, why can't we announce it now? Because you have to have some kind of suspense, some kind of showmanship to this thing. Otherwise, if you give all that stuff away now, all the info and the invites and everything, and you tell okay, if they're raising the prize money, they don't tell you that 10 months, 11 months up from the show. That's too far away. You need to be a little closer to the actual event to really build the excitement and get people hyped up. So Dan knows what he's doing, everybody. Relax. I said, don't worry. Flex is going to be on the Olympia stage. And I think it's good that it took this long, because it puts Flex in such a better position. He's got the new gym in Vegas up and running and doing well. He's got his second kid, right? He's got 2 kids now?
He will, yeah.
2, yes, I haven't had the baby yet. Shoulders fixed. We've got all the, well, they got that plasma and stem cells, and I don't know what the hell's in there. But I mean, this is it. If he had done it in 2019, the first year, a year after he had retired from 212, I don't think it would be as exciting. He wouldn't be. It would. This is the time. I'm glad it took this long in a way.
I think he needed time to grow too, and to reach where he wanted to. He also opened a business. You know, started a new moved his family across the country to Vegas. A lot has been going on. He's not just sitting around.
Yeah.
You know, he's doing a lot. And I think Dan wants to make sure that he has those conversations with Flex before they can make some announcement like that. He's not just going to announce it, not having thoroughly went through the process with Flex and make sure, are you sure? Is everything good? Is the family good? Is the business good? Are you healthy? Are you ready to do this? And when you are, we'll make the announcement.
Yeah. He better do it. He better do it this year. That's all I could say. So I have to wait. If we have to wait another year,
well, I would think if it doesn't happen this year, we'll never see Flex on stage again.
Yeah, I mean that would be 5 years. Not, I couldn't see him coming back after that long of a break either. Just it's too long.
Why would he? He doesn't have to.
No, exactly.
But you know, it's in his blood, and he loves it. He's very smart, and I think this will be, you know, even more, just adding more accolades to the legend that is Flex Lewis and the business machine that he is, and it's just gonna keep growing. And I think we're gonna see great things out of him at the Olympia. And I don't think there's anyone on the stage that has everything he has. Which is, you know, there's so much more to him. He knows how to work a crowd. He knows how to work the judges. He knows how to stand in a lineup and how to pose and how to minimize his weaknesses and maximize his strengths. And he's got every single asset of bodybuilding down 100%. He knows how to beat bigger guys. He knows how to beat, you know, possibly better guys. And it's a strange thing. I remember he would always be the one stepping forward, always stepping forward. When we step forward, then he'd be like, geez, guys, back up. And the judges would be like, yeah, back up, guys. I'm like, this motherfucker. I'm like, he's the one moving forward. He knows how to do all these things, man.
What a mastermind.
Yes, he is. So I have no doubt that he can beat bigger guys handily. No question. I'm not predicting that he wins. But it's not outrageous to think that he might.
Yeah, I mean, if you think back to all these Olympias in the past 10 years, there's been many cases where somebody won who, if you had told me even a couple of years before that this person was going to be Mr. Olympia, I'd be like, no, he's not. Get out of here. This guy's not. He'll never win the Olympia. Don't be ridiculous. So yeah, stranger things have happened. Much stranger things have happened. So Flex Lewis, why not? Why not? We'll see. Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps it up. Guys, I want you to check out a couple things. Instagram is called The Boston Mass, THEE, The Boston Mass. His website is called thebostonmass.com. All kinds of merchandise, coaching services available on there. We want you to like the videos now. Apparently that's more important than the views. So if you like the videos, there's that thumb thing, a thumbs up thing, click on that.
And make a comment too. That helps, right?
Yeah, you got to comment. So if you think we're full of shit, you think we're morons, tell it. We love to hear that stuff.
Right.
I'll get on there and argue with you. I don't care. Yeah. Or it's a debate. It's a friendly debate because you know what? It's not the most exciting sport in the world. Let's be real. We need to debate and discuss and get these things a little bit more interesting. So I'm all for it, guys. So hit us up in the comments. Jose, thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're gearing up for a massive snowstorm here. So
Yeah.
get your shovels ready, everybody. Snow throwers, all that good stuff. That's it. So thanks everyone for watching. No Way Jose with the Boston Mass, Jose Raymond, and we'll see you next time.